Even with technology, all I have to do is get in front of the computer. Um, I don't have to travel. I'm still running late, so I apologize. Thank you for being here if you've been waiting. Um, I'm going to make this a quick live, and we're going to be discussing. Oh, we got some echo. I apologize about that. I had another browser open. You could hear the live stream. So now we're having technical difficulties. So I apologize. Anyway, thank you for being here. Welcome everyone to the virtual book tour. My name is Giacomo Sinisgalli, and I am the author of the book Selling Real Estate at Auction: The Key to Scaling Your Business and Skyrocketing Your Income as a Real Estate Agent. And I am streaming this out to a few different sites. Let me turn this on here. I'm using Restream. If anyone's ever used that before, I am streaming out to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Hopefully, everyone can see and hear me. There's the picture of my book with a QR code that we're going to be discussing. Again, my name is Giacomo Sinisgalli, and I am the author of the book Selling Real Estate at Auction: The Key to Scaling Your Business and Skyrocketing Your Income as a Real Estate Agent. I'm a little thrown off because I'm late, so hopefully I'll get back on track. I want to tell you today here on this book tour, this virtual book tour, is that auctions, if you're a real estate agent, have been used as a way to buy and sell real estate forever. Okay, and thanks to the internet, online auctions are becoming even more popular than they ever have been in the past. So you may be familiar with companies like Crexy or 10X or concierge auctions if you're into buying luxury properties or selling luxury properties. If you're into commercial, you might be using, or you may have heard of 10X or Crexy, and there's other websites out there that are doing just online auctions. Now there are many advantages to selling real estate at auction for both the seller and the agent. And a lot of agents don't know about these advantages. And that's why it's a very niche industry. It's a very specialized industry because a lot of agents just don't know um, enough about auctions. And auctions work extremely well whether you are selling residential or commercial properties. And a lot of agents don't know that. They think they're just for distressed properties. In fact, if you follow me on social media on any one of my channels, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, I'm I use LinkedIn the most, and Twitter, or X, formerly Twitter, then you would know that I share a lot of case studies, a lot of properties that are being sold at auction or that have been sold at auction. And auctions of these properties happening every day. So if you're not following me on any of these channels, follow me and you'll see what I'm talking about as far as who is out there selling properties at auction. And we're not just talking about distressed junk properties either. We're talking about luxury multi-million dollar properties. We're talking about commercial properties. In fact, a commercial business park was sold by Crexy. I just recently did a post about it. An online auction platform, Crexy, sold a commercial business park for a record $205 million online using an online auction. So a lot of agents think it's auctions are just used for selling distressed properties, and they're completely wrong. Auctions can be used to sell anything from luxury multi-million dollar estates to million-dollar commercial properties, and obviously for distressed properties. And today, the internet has changed the way buyers search for and acquire property. Now, buyers can participate in a real estate auction, tour the property, conduct their due diligence, sign documents, and place bids from anywhere in the world at any time over the internet using just a mobile device, their phone, and an internet connection. This is why more and more real estate professionals are using online auctions as a way to sell property. So now, before I get into my book, let me just share three reasons why an agent should consider learning how to sell real estate at auction. Now, in the book, I talk about the reasons why sellers are using auctions and the advantages of selling at auction. But right now, we're talking about my book, and I'm talking directly to you, the agent. So I want to tell you three. I want to give you three reasons why you should consider selling real estate at auction, especially in the market that we're in right now, where there's low inventory, interest rates are rising, um, and there's just so much competition. So here's the three reasons. Reason number one, the first reason is that auctions can help real estate agents increase their listing inventory. Now, I know you're saying, oh, there's no inventory out there. How's that possible? Well, it is possible. There's a whole another um, source of seller leads out there that traditional agents don't know about, or just don't work, don't understand, don't know much about. And that has to do with sellers that are perfect for the auction marketing method. And if you understand how to sell real estate at auction, you would understand where to find these sellers, where to look, and how to convert these sellers into auction listings. And so you can increase your listing inventory by learning how to sell at auction. The second reason is that auctions can help real estate agents increase their sales volume. Obviously, if you can get more listings and work with more sellers, you're going to increase your sales volume. And that leads us to the third reason. And if you can increase your listing inventory and your sales volume, then you're going to be able to increase your income. So those are the three main reasons why a, a real estate agent should consider looking at auctions as a viable service that they can offer their clients. Not to mention that if you want to make a lot of money as a real estate salesperson, you should focus on being the listing agent. And that's not just me saying that. If you've read the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, you would see that they talk about the number one way to become a multimillionaire as a real estate agent is to focus on listings, to be the listing agent. And as an auction agent, you only work with sellers. So you are always the listing agent. So that knocks that one off the list right there. Now, let me just share a few more advantages of selling real estate at auction as an agent before I get into the book. And as we go through some of these advantages, I want you to try to think about how they compare to traditional sales, and how using auctions to sell real estate could potentially increase your listing inventory, your sales, and your income. So I want you to look at the current sales method that you're using, which is traditional sales method. And as I go through these advantages, think to yourself how these advantages could help you move from traditional sales method to an auction method and earn more money, list more property, and generate more sales volume. So the first advantage is that auctions are a niche industry. And what this means is that there's very little competition. And in some areas, there's literally no competition at all. And you could just think about your area that you're in. How many real estate auctioneers are in your area? How many auctions do you see happening in your area? Now, auctions are becoming more frequent, and you're going to start seeing more and more of them. But right now, it's very little competition. All right. So that leads us to the next advantage, a unique selling proposition, or USP. When you go out on a listing appointment, what makes your listing presentation different than your competition? What's your unique selling proposition? Most traditional agents don't have one, right? They go in and they just say the same thing that the other agents are saying. They give the same pitch, the same sales pitch. Where's the value in that? Think about it. You spend hours generating leads and prospecting. And if you're lucky enough to get a listing appointment in this market with a seller, you sit down and present the same traditional marketing plan that every other agent is offering. And chances are that the seller has probably heard it several times before. So, how do you stand out? How are you going to convert that seller? Well, auction marketing allows you to provide sellers with an alternative marketing plan, a different strategy that few, if any, agents are offering. If agents want to survive in an industry as crowded as ours, especially right now in the market that we're in, they need to specialize in a niche and become the go-to expert in that niche. All right. So the next advantage is that there are no inspection contingencies. So you don't have to worry about a deal falling apart because of an inspection. With a traditional sales model or with the traditional sales method, you list the property, buyers come in, they make an offer, you go back and forth, offer is accepted, you go to contract, and then you have to go through the inspection contingency. If anything comes up on the inspection, they're going to either bail out of the contract or renegotiate the offer. With an auction, you don't have that. The buyer has to do their inspection ahead of time before you go into contract. So you'll never have to worry about a deal falling apart because of an inspection. So think about that. How would that open you up as a listing agent to list properties that are in distress or perhaps have structural issues or some other inspection issue that a traditional agent maybe wouldn't be able to sell the property because of it? To give you an example, this most recent auction that we did, the property, single family home, was listed with a traditional agent, um, but it had structural issues. It had foundation issues. So they went into contract a number of times, but the deal fell apart because of this inspection contingency. So the listing expired. The seller contacted us, and we ended up auctioning the property. We sold the property within 30 days, as is. All buyers had to conduct their inspection ahead of time before they participated in the auction, so they all knew what they were getting involved in. They all knew that the foundation had issues and there was a structural issue. Now, you would think that, okay, we sold the property to someone who knew that the property had an issue, and we probably sold it less than the traditional agent had it listed for. We actually sold it for almost double what the traditional agent was trying to sell it for. And we sold it within 30 days as is because we used the auction sales method. Now, the other another advantage that selling at auction has is that there's no financing contingency. So when we sold the property, we didn't have to worry about the inspection contingency, and we didn't have to worry about the lender even kicking it back because the property had issues. It was all cash. There was no mortgage contingency, and we didn't have to worry about the deal falling apart because of financing. So with those two advantages, no inspection, no mortgage contingency, what you're doing is you're weeding out tire kickers. Okay, you're getting pre-qualified people who know what they're, or buyers who know what they're getting involved in. They're doing their inspections up front. So it doesn't mean that they're not allowed to do an inspection or that we're hiding anything. It just means that they have to do their inspections up front. Now, the other advantage is that you can earn up to 5 times more per sale as an agent. And that's because real estate auctioneers typically charge a commission and a buyer's premium. So the buyer pays a buyer's premium and the seller pays a commission, which means that the agent can earn up to 5 times more per sale. So why wouldn't you want to add auctions to your list of services when you know that you could earn up to 5 times more per sale? That doesn't mean you're going to go out and become a full-time auctioneer. It just means that while you're out there doing what you're already doing, which is looking for listings, if you knew how to sell at auction, you'd be able to identify these auction listings that could earn you up to 5 times more per sale. And I talk about that in the book. I go into great detail on how that's possible. The other advantage is that you could actually sell property for 0% commission and still make a fortune. Imagine running an ad or telling a seller that you can sell their property for 0% commission, and you're still going to get paid because the buyer has to pay a buyer's premium. And that's how that's done. You'd be able to knock your competition right out of the gate, right? By telling the seller, look, we can sell your property for 0% commission for all cash as is, and probably for a higher price than you could get using a traditional agent. And then the other advantage, or the final advantage I'm going to talk about, I talk about more advantages in the book, but for the purposes of this book tour, I just kept it to 7. So the other advantage is that you can do joint ventures with other agents. And if you look at 10X or Crexy, These companies, what they're doing is they're joint venturing with agents. You have to be an agent to list your property on 10X. That's a joint venture. So as an auctioneer, you can do joint ventures. You can actually auction other agents' listings. They hire you to auction their listing and you work in conjunction with them. They make the commission and you make the buyer's premium. So that opens you up to even more listings. Now, look, while all these advantages have the power to transform your business as a real estate agent, especially in this market, it's important to keep in mind that just about any property can be sold at auction, but not every property should be sold at auction. And what I mean by that is, while specific properties and situations will benefit greatly from an auction, it takes an experienced, well trained auction professional to conduct a real estate auction successfully. And that's why I wrote the book, Selling Real Estate at Auction, the key to scaling your business and skyrocketing your income as a real estate agent. It's actually my second book that I've written on the subject of selling real estate at auction. I wrote my first book over 10 years ago, but a lot has changed in the industry since then. So that's why I thought it was appropriate for me to write my second book. And when you read it, you will see that I held nothing back. I've been doing this for a very long time, over 32 years. And because of this, it is really packed with all my insider secrets and tips and strategies that can really transform your business, your income, and your career. Again, our market right now, if you're a real estate agent, is very competitive. There's low inventory. Interest rates are higher, so there's not a lot of buyers in the market. And what's happening in our industry is a lot of agents are leaving the industry. And what I'm saying to you is, before you give up, before you decide to throw in the towel, consider just making a few changes in the services that you're offering clients. Change your marketing approach, change your strategy, rebrand yourself in a niche market, a specialty niche market, and become the go-to expert in that market. And my book will show you how to do that. So who am I? In case you missed it, again, my name is Giacomo Sinisgalli. I'm a licensed broker with over 32 years of experience specializing in the real estate auction industry. In addition to a successful career selling real estate at auction, I'm also a state-approved real estate instructor in the state of New York. I'm a passionate public speaker, and I'm the author of 2 books on the subject of selling real estate at auction. And I just love sharing my knowledge and experience with audiences worldwide through my books and my online real estate auctioneer courses. So now let's take a quick look at my book on Amazon. I'm going to screen share Amazon. You can get to my Amazon page where I'm selling the book by visiting, if you look at the scroll bar here, sellingrealestateatauction.com. It'll take you right to this page. And you can see it's available in 3 formats. Actually 4. It's Kindle. I have it in paperback. It doesn't show it here, but if I click on it, let's see. If you click on hardcover, you can see it's also available in paperback, and it's also available on audiobook. So if you don't like to read, if you're too busy to read, you can get it on audiobook, and you can listen to it while you're at the gym, while you're driving. I love listening to an audiobook while I'm walking or while I'm driving. And I turned my vehicle into a university on wheels. So you can go to sellingrealestateatauction.com and you can read about the book. Here's a description. Here's what you're gonna learn in the book. You're gonna learn how to maximize your sales and income using auctions, how to uncover an abundant source of motivated sellers, how to identify the best properties to sell at auction, how to earn up to 5 times more per sale, how to charge a 0% commission and still make a fortune, how to sell probate property at auction. So I'm going to explain to you in the book how I use auctions to find, list, and sell probate properties at auction. And there's really not a lot of competition when it comes to selling probate property. And also, if you're an agent who likes to invest, I show you how to flip real estate deals at auction, how to use auctions to wholesale properties. And then if you want to take your career to the next level, I show you how to become a CREA, certified real estate auctioneer. The ability to sell real estate at auction offers an unlimited and profitable future for real estate brokers and agents. Whether you're a seasoned agent or just getting started, you'll find valuable insights and practical advice to take your real estate sales to the next level. Now, I am going to share a tab with you, and this is a masterclass. Um, if you don't want to read, or maybe you do like to read, or you like to visually learn as well, I've taken the book and I've converted it into a masterclass as well. So I took the book and I created an online mini course um, that is based on the book. Here's what you'll learn. You can go to realestateauctionmasterclass.com. I'll put the link here in the. So this is no, that's the book. I'm sorry. So anyway, you can go to realestateauctionmasterclass.com and you can find the masterclass if you want to enroll in that. That's a little more expensive. That's $47. It's a special right now. It's usually $97, but because I'm just launching the book and the masterclass, it is $47. But that's not going to last. As soon as this launch is over, in the next few days or weeks, I'm going to raise that back to $97. Here's a on the realestateauctionmasterclass.com. There's a trailer, talks about the book. There's some more information. You're also going to get access when you take the masterclass to my Real Estate Auction Network community. It's lifetime access. It's free, where I have resources, workshops, live Q&A events, and more. So it's worth it right there to enroll in that. It's based on the book, and here's some reviews in the book so far. And then if you want, you can set up a call if you want to meet with me, and if you have specific questions, you can actually set up a call with me on the masterclass. So let me go back to the book. So again, you can order the book on Amazon. It's available on Kindle. You can start reading it right away, or Audible, or if you like, you can get the paperback or hardcover. I'm going to stop sharing. I will leave this here. Here's a QR code if you want to take a snapshot of that. I don't know where you're watching from, but you can see the book behind me, the hardcover, and then I have the soft cover here. And then my previous book is there. And then I wrote another book actually for my children on manifesting, and that's on Amazon as well. So that's it. That's the live stream. Sorry, we got off to a bad start. I was late and kind of rushing. I will be running this live stream again. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them on the next live stream. I can also, let's see if I can turn on the chat here. Okay, let's see. There's the chat. If anyone has any questions, you can post them in the comments and chat. I will answer them on the next live stream. I don't see any questions here now, but I will answer them next time. If you have anything, you can send it to me in the comments, or post them on the replay, and I will answer them on the next live stream. All right. Well, thank you for being here with me, for joining me. Hopefully you'll buy the book, get some value. Post a review on Amazon. Let me know what you think. I'm very interested in hearing your thoughts, and perhaps we can work together in the future on an auction. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'm going to end the stream.